So now we are going to continue with the teacher's dashboard. We are going to explore the teacher's dashboard. So if you have not watched the first video, go and watch the first video to understand everything about this particular system. So let's look at the teacher's dashboard. To do that, we are going to click login and then wait patiently. And now we have the login page. So now I need to enter my credentials to be able to log in. Now I'm logging in as a teacher. So I'll provide my email, then teacher's password, then I'll click sign in. Okay, so let's wait. So now this is the teacher's dashboard. And when you log in as a teacher, these are the informations you are going to see on your dashboard. You can see that we have total students. These are students, your students, the classes you have been assigned to, the total subjects you teach, and the total salary you have received so far. And this will be a place where you are going to see recent student that has been assigned to you, and this will only take up to 24 hours before it disappears. So let's go to my students. Okay, so you can see it's just the same as the admin section. Here you can see your students in tabs. You can see the attendance. You can view attendance records or attendance details just like we did for the admin. You can also see parents of your students. So when you click on the view, it will bring you here. So that's why I said you have to first of all go and watch the first one before you can actually understand what is going on. So you can see that it's here. You can see the records here. So I'll click on my students again. And now when you are here, we have options. You can also filter based on your classes, and you can see that now you have two classes. You can filter based on your class, and then you can also come to the control. You can also edit remarks of students. You can also view the performance of students. You can also uh, generate timely report, and you can also export students just like we did when we're exploring the admin section. So let's just look at remarks. And when you come to the remarks section, you can filter by class. So this is all classes. You can filter by class. You just have to select, check this, and you can be able to make changes to this. After you are done, you click on what update and you are good to go. So back to students, controls, performance. Okay, so the performance section, you are going to see total number of students and their respective performances. So if you want to filter, you can filter by class, by term, and then by year, 2025. So the best or the top performing student is Ebenezer, just like we saw at the admin section. So the total scores is there. You can even see their preview. You can see. So their preview is here. So you can preview this and it will bring you here. You can see total subject failed, total subject pass, 2 failed, 8 pass, which the 8 constituted to 80%, then the 2 failed to 20%. So you can see the breakdown here, and you can also generate a report for this particular student. When you click on generate report, you're able to see the report section is loading. Let's wait. And you can see that the name, the term, the year, and the class. So you can also see everything here, and you can click print. You can also try to change the destination either by printer or through PDF. And after you are okay with this, just hit print to print this particular page you are seeing right now. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cancel. Now close this. Back to students. So under my student section, we have terminal report just like we saw. So terminal reports, you come to terminal reports, you'll be able to see we have exam scores, we have terminal reports to here. So when you come here, you can exam scores, you can edit the scores of your students. So you can add, you can edit. So if you want to add, you just click on add scores. These are the most important activities teachers will be performing on this particular system. So when you want to come to scores, you just select exam type. You select if it is midterm examination score that you want to enter for this student, just select it. And then you click the term you want to enter the scores for and the year. So by default, it's 2026, and it will tell you, you can see that I'm allowed, score entry is still open, allowed until 13th January 2026. 6 days, 10 hours remaining. You can see that. So the moment this elapses, I can enter scores again. And you can see the information I selected. That is say enter scores for midterm exam, second term 2026. The score range is from what 0 to 100. So I can just enter the scores. Okay, for this. Okay. So when I enter the scores, I'm good to go. If I want to change to first term, I can just say first term. So when I say first term, I just enter the scores. And I'm good to go. Okay, just enter the scores. Let's just try this. So the scores have to be 100%. Don't do any percentaging. Okay, just enter the actual score. If the person's or if the student score 100, 95%, just put 95% there. So 95, let me just 95. I'll say 20, 57. Let's say 80, 80. Then finally RME, I'll just say 75. Then after entering the scores, just say submit scores. And scores will be entered for this particular student. So you can see that scores have been recorded. You see, so you can see what the score has been recorded for. Here it is. That okay? So now we can go back to examination. We are on student, but we are accessing the examination tab. So which means that we are not going to go through that so much. So when I come here, terminal reports, then I can be able to edit too. I can also edit. So let's click on edit, and now you can edit. Okay, so let's look at what we just did. Midterm, second term, let's say 2026. You can see we don't have anything here. I selected 2020 to 2025. Let's say 2025. So you can see I have this. Is that okay? So let's say I want to make RME 75. You can also use this to increase the marks, but I prefer using this to 75. Let me just make it 75. And then I'll update scores. And these scores will be updated successfully. You can see that now RME is 75. Is that okay? So after you are done, that is all for this section. Then we can come to terminal reports. Terminal report, this one you can just generate a report for your students. Okay, you can also filter by class. You can also filter here the general filtering. If you select a class here too, it works. Okay, if you select a class and you filter, so I selected JHS1. So when I come here and I want to filter, I select, you can see that JHS1 is already fetched here. So what I need to do is just select the term, second term, and then the year. There's 2025. Then I'll be able to get this. So the moment it loads, it sends you back to the default tab. So just select a second or the tab you want to work with. That's the template reports. Then after that, just click generate report. And this report will be generated successfully. So you can see that, you can see that, so you can see that we have a report for this. And these settings, what you are seeing is under the site settings. This was what I was talking about at the admin section. So you have this, you have the grade and other stuff. So you have everything. This is the remarks section. You can see comment and remarks and the salutation fee and other stuff. So you can also click print report, and then you can print this report from your printer, or you can save it to your machine. So you can see that after you click on print report, it will bring you here, and you can either print this on a printer, or you can save this on your machine. That okay, you can see it's one page. I show you the settings just here. Select A4, make sure the margin is none. That okay, and you're good to go. So you can just hit print, and then this will be saved on your machine. I don't want to do that. I will do that after we are done with this section. I will demonstrate that maybe with the parent section, so that I will print one and preview and see how it will look like. So that is it. So I'll just close this, and now I'm done with the student tab. I'll come to academics. With the academics, we'll be able to see the academic details here. You can see my subjects. These are the subjects you are teaching, and the total classes you are teaching this subject is one class. Student you are teaching, total student 2. So you can see computing you are teaching only one class, maths one class, RME one class, social one class. You can also come to my classes, and you can see the classes you have been assigned to, Form 1 and Form 2. But there's no student in Form 1 or Form 2 class. So that is it. Under the academic section, this is what you're going to see. Your subjects and your classes. The grading criteria is the same thing we saw at the admin section. Here you can see how the grading criteria is being structured, the grade points and their respective what remarks. That is it. Let's come to this examination. We have already looked at that. Examination, we have looked at that. Let's come to SBA. The SBA section is what is important, because when you come to the SBA, it works the same as what we saw at the admin section. So here you have SBA control. This will allow you to add a new SBA or edit an SBA. You can also filter this by classes and other stuff. So you can filter by class, term, and year. What you can just do is to add SBA. So when you come to add SBA, you have to filter just like we did. You select the class, and after selecting the class, it will load the subject assigned to that particular class. You select a subject, okay, and this subject will be the subject that have been assigned to you for this particular class. When we are looking at the admin section, you saw that the admin section has a whole lot of subjects here. But with the teacher, you won't get that. You are only eligible to see classes and subjects you have been assigned to. So I will just say computing. I will select the term, second term, and I will say 2026. And now I can go ahead and enter the SBA scores for my students. It cannot be more than 15, and the examination can also be more than 40. So you can just go ahead and enter this. So let's say 15, let's make it 14, 12, 13, okay, let's just 14, 13, 13, let's say 15, and then 25. Then here I will make 12, 13, 15, 14, 30. You can see the total score is 80 against 84. So I'll just say submit SBA. So when you click on the submit SBA, then your SBA will be submitted successfully. So yep, you can see that you have SBA. So SBA are found for the selected info. So this is what we selected. You get it. So I can just come to first term, and you can see that here. You can see this. So I will come here and click on edit SBA. Okay, and when I click on edit SBA, it will bring me here to update SBA. So I can also filter here. I select my class. So you are eligible for to see your classes and the subjects you have been assigned to. So I will take here just one, computing, first term, 2026. You see, it is also giving me the opportunity to enter. You can see that that SBA not recorded yet. So record score for each student below. So with the updates, if you happen to select uh, some record that has not had a SBA, you have the option to also enter it, not limiting you to only the update. So when I come here, I can just select second term. So you can see that now when I selected JHS1 second term computing 2026, you can see that I have it here. You see, this was the scores I entered. So what I can do is just maybe change it. If I want this to be 13.5, I'll just say 13.5 and then I'll update. So now we are done with the SBA section. So come to salary. So you click on the salary section and then you can see your salary information here. You can see total months you have worked and the total months that have paid you and the months that has been unpaid. And you can see the total amount of money you have received so far. Yeah, so you can see that you can see your the terms, your gross, your reduction, your net, and the payment dates. You can also click on the control to generate. You can generate payslip and you can also export your salary. Is that okay? So when you click on generate payslip, you can just see all the payment that has been made so far into your account. You can see them here. And if you're okay, if you want to print it, just click print payslips and this will be printed either with a printer or it will be saved on your machine. So let's look at export salary. That one, you when you click on it, it will give you options to export your salary. So with this, you can export it as an Excel, PDF, or you can print it. So you just feel free. So if you click on the print, this is what you're going to get. You see that? So I don't want to go that way. Let me ignore this. So that is it. So that's all for the salary section. So basically, what is important on this particular end of teachers is that teachers only see records that are related to them. And the most important is, or the most activities teachers perform on this particular platform is to enter scores for students, generate reports, and then also uh, add or edit SBAs for their respective students. They can also track their salaries and they can also update their account. So let's look at update account. So when you click on the account settings, it will load your account and you'll be able to update. And with this, you can update any of your information. So no teacher is allowed to change their names, their phone numbers, or their email. So if you know that your name is misspelled, you have to contact the administrator of the system to change that for you. What teachers can only do is to reset their password. That's the only thing you can do. So when you come here, you can see that the button is disabled, which means that it does not allow updates. So when you come to the reset section here, reset password, with this, when you enter your password, you'll be able to reset your password. Is that okay? So let's take note of that. It's very, very important. So you can see that the button is active. After I'm done with everything, I'll be able to update. Make sure your password, the new password and the confirmed new password are all the same. Other than that, you are not going to be able to reset your password. So after you are done with this, you can also come here at the top section. I already explained this when we're discussing or looking at the admin section. That's why I didn't want to talk about this. We have the same thing here. You can see we have student scores, SBA, performance, academics report, grading, and then salary. And then finally, we have settings. So the same thing goes here. Is that okay? So after you are done, you can also click on your profile icon. You can see your name, you can see your picture, you can click. And when you click on my profile, it is going to bring you to this particular same page you are seeing right now. And when you click on log out, it is going to log you out of this particular system and redirect you back to the login page. If you want to log out to feel free, you can also use this button as well. You can also use this button to log out. So I prefer using this, so I'm just going to click log out. This is all for the teacher section.